Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Motivational Rant. I am your host, Dino the Genetic Marvel, and with me, as always, is Crystal Morency. Good morning, Crystal. How are you today?
I'm fucking fantastic. Like, my lady parts, everything is vibrating with excitement right now. That's how freaking good I am.
19 seconds, people. 19 seconds it took her to mention her cupcake.
Freaking right.
Tell me, what has happened that was so exciting, Crystal? People want to know.
I went to my first open mic, or my first time on stage since COVID, and it's one of those where you wanted to rub everything on the stage, like out of excitement. You wanted to hump the stage, you wanted to grind the mic, you wanted to everything. Thank God I brought my own mic, because it would have been awkward. But it was just a good fucking time with COVID. It felt safe, it felt good, I felt funny, even though nice. I was like, okay, I forgot everything I was going to say. I was going to bring up my papers, and I'm like, no, you got this. Don't bring up your papers. Thank God there was lots of people there to make fun of. So that way that's easier for me. I'm like, if I can't remember what I'm going to say, y'all are going to suffer.
That works too. It works too.
Right? When you forget what you're going to say, you just have to kind of pull something. You're like, all right, your tits are hanging out. All right. I can see,
Your
mustache makes you look like you play on playgrounds. Like, you just gotta throw out shit.
What the fuck? I saw the first little bit and she just started going, you were this. I'm like, I'm kind of glad I didn't go. Like, I would have got the shit kicked out of me by people. I'm sure half the people would be like, hey, what's up, fat guy? Happy to be out of the house? They need a forklift to get you out? Yeah, they did. And a ramp.
People are kind of like extra aggressive right now. Everybody was doing the Luke Lindell kind of yelling situation. Like, people are like, they're on it right now. Well, what do you say today? This is one that I don't know. What does this shirt say?
It says, I understand. I just don't care.
See? He only pretends to care how my night was and why I'm
just
so
don't
excited.
care. That's also true.
Fucker.
It's not true. What an asshole, eh? You know what? Actually, it's funny. Is one person in because I share each episode when I load it to I load a link to Facebook for the full episode, and we load clips directly to Facebook. I might start downloading the actual episode to Facebook, but we'll see about that. But ultimately,
I shared on Facebook.
Yeah, no, we all share it on Facebook. I might actually upload the actual video itself, so it's actually on Facebook's thing. But anyways, the point is that I have no idea what the fuck I was talking about now. Thanks a lot, Crystal. I remember.
Facebook.
So I share it to certain groups, and some groups have been like, "Hey, we don't like that," and I'm like, "All right, no problem." Then I got one message from one person who was like, seriously, an hour a day? Do you have to be sharing this? And I'm like, well, we produce it once a day, so. And she was like, yeah. But you're not even famous. So even if you were famous, I might not devote that much time. And I'm like,
okay,
and at first, you know what the funny thing is, in the beginning, I was going to tear into her. And I said, you know what? I just like, okay, thanks for the feedback. And then she kind of started going, well, it's cool if you want to upload like once a week or anything, but like we're all trying to post about shows and stuff. And I'm like, okay. I just left it at that. And I just stopped posting there. I'm like, you know what? It was in the, I think it was Ottawa. It was the Ottawa comedy group. And I'm like,
is it? Because I'm going to fucking go and post it every day, 3 times a day now.
Why? See, this is why women should have never got the vote right there. That's what it is, okay? It's like,
fine.
hey,
you don't like it, you're gonna have it every day, all fucking day. How about that? She's gonna listen to us. Don't fucking listen to it then. You don't have to watch it for an hour a fucking day.
Well, this is my thing. It's like, listen, I share it in the hopes that we get out there, and you know what? Maybe, like, realistically, sometimes we talk about some pretty interesting stuff. The episode that I had to upload, I uploaded yesterday, last night for Monday, was about my aunt passing away, which was fucking brutal, right? But I was like, you know what? I just went through it, and I was like, you know what? No problem. Let's just keep going. And I uploaded it, and I'm like, you know what? The first 20 minutes is me just ranting about how difficult it is. But it's like, you know what? Sometimes that helps people more. And so I'm like, yeah, you know what? I share it. I'm not saying I don't want to get some recognition. I do. It's absolutely, what the fuck else am I doing here? But at the same time, I'm like, hey, I don't mind getting recognition because I helped somebody. I'm like, for me, that's a win-win. I'm like, hey, maybe I get some money out of this, and maybe actually somebody doesn't put a fucking bullet in their head. That's a pretty good thing, you know? So I was gonna respond. Well, I was gonna respond and be like, you know, that's not very supportive of a fellow comedian, and it's not very supportive of your local comedian industry. Like, you saying, well, you post too much. Why don't you post more so we can get it out, right? But that's the thing is, there's no point in having that discussion. You don't want to listen? Okay. You're now speaking for your whole group that nobody wants to listen? No problem. I'll see you later. I don't care.
Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it because somebody wants to say something. Don't feed into people's... Don't argue with people online about it. Just let them do it because it feeds their fire. That's like adding thing to their fire. So just be like, bam. Yeah. I would have not commented at all, and I would have just posted 3 more videos after she said that.
And this is why I'm in charge of posting.
I'm going to post on it as soon as we're done.
No, you're not. No, you're not. That ruins my brand.
From episode 1
if you want this to be... So this is the problem.
We're at 33.
Is Crystal has that loyalty where it's a fierce loyalty. She's like, I will defend this on your behalf. And I'm like, no, that's completely not necessary. It's nobody's asking you to do that. And she's like, no, they need to suffer for their insolence. And it's like, I'm like, no.
Give me her address. I will find this woman. And
that is definitely the kind of stuff we don't want to promote. People should not be doxing people, going to their address and fucking beating the shit out of them, okay? That's not good. That is not a good community. It's not a healthy...
I'm just going to jersey her and give her noogies.
I kind of want to see Crystal fight at the same time. Like, honestly, I'm kind of like, I want to see what she's got, because, you know, see what happens.
You never know.